So Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker was announced prior to Monday Night Raw, and we got a match with Jinder Mahal because apparently he wanted to prove he was main event talent. So why not go against the guy who pretty much is the main event talent? Since we gotta make everyone else look inferior to Roman Reigns. Um, so during the matchup, not even going to talk about the match since no one cares about that match. Um, we get a distraction from Undertaker's gong. Like, the reason why I'm not saying from The Undertaker is because he wasn't at the show. We'll just say it was his gong. And Jinder Mahal almost got the win, which surprised me. Like, I thought, wow, could they really do that? Like, I know for a fact they won't, but could they? Nah, this isn't SmackDown or NXT. They would do it there. So, so the idea was easy enough. The Undertaker is back to playing mind games with his upcoming opponent for WrestleMania 33. And after Roman Reigns defeated Jinder Mahal with a Superman punch, he called the dead man out since he's not playing this game anymore after only 1 week. So he called him down to the ring, and instead of the demon from Death Valley, however, we got a surprise appearance of Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I didn't know Shawn Michaels was going to show up. Neither did I think Seth Rollins would either, and that's for another video. Since I have to talk about two separate videos, since I got two videos talking about what happened on the same episode of Monday Night Raw, since they don't really entwine with each other. But anyways, um, Shawn Michaels says that if The Undertaker is already in Roman Reigns' head this far out from WrestleMania, once they get in that ring for the match of the biggest show of the year or the Ultimate Thrill Ride, he's going to eat Roman Reigns alive. Now, the audience delightfully chanted yes to this, and Roman Reigns actually seemed annoyed at that. Like, it should have been like more obvious if Shawn Michaels says that the Undertaker is going to bury you alive, and the fans would be chanting, "Barry Roman! Barry Roman! Barry Roman!" Because that's every fan's desire to see a wrestler fail miserably and not get as paid as much to support himself and his family. Oh no, that would be we'd be too compassionate on that. He's known to be a little destructive, and by a little I mean a lot. Anyways, then he goes on to say that he understands Roman Reigns. He can understand. He was on his side. Like, he can emphasize his position because, um, yeah, I don't know. Like, he says that he was in his footsteps at one point. How everyone secretly wants him to fail, and yet I'm pretty certain we have an entire audience in Detroit saying we want him to fail. Like, I think there's some resentment backstage regarding Reigns, though they're not really mad at him. They're mad at the WWE management for treating Reigns like they're his teacher's pet, and basically getting all these favoritisms because, oh, he has the look. You all suck compared to him. Like, don't get me wrong, Reigns is a talented guy, and he is able to go in the ring, as much contrary to popular belief, but yeah, if the only reason they like him is because of his look, then that's going to create resentment with the other team. Like, oh, we're not good as this guy, so because of his look, because of his size, his skills, not his skills in the ring, but his appearance, then why the fuck did you make Kevin Owens Universal Champion? You should have just gave that to Roman Reigns then. So Shawn Michaels goes in and says he understands what Roman Reigns is going through, and I think they alluded to the suspension incident. Like, Shawn Michaels had a suspension with anabolic steroids they found in his system, a small trace of it. And Shawn Michaels, in his documentary to this day, said that he did not know anything about the anabolic steroids. He had no idea if he took any. He doesn't know if he did. He could have forgotten, or he was so drugged up on pills since he was young and foolish at the time, and well, there are a lot of factors, and and he might have accidentally taken some, like, we don't know, and Roman Reigns could, Like Roman Reigns, we don't know if they just found traces in his system or it was medically given to him because the doctor says he has something, but the company didn't care. I'm like, this is the WWE. They have a history of not caring. And just say, oh, you're taking this medically prescribed and doctor recommended dosage of, what was it? Something for ADHD? Oh, yeah, yeah, we're going to suspend you for that. Like, to this day, we don't know what the full story was with the suspension. Like, WWE likes to keep that under wraps under the grounds of, oh, he might make Reigns look bad, even though he's already bad enough as it is with the fans. So, yeah, afterwards, Roman Reigns said, and then Shawn Michaels says one of the highlights of the show, saying, I'm Mr. Frickin' Wrestle Frickin' Mania. And I'm pretty sure Vince was triggered at the first word of wrestle, just like he is every year, since he hates that word with passion. To this day, I still don't know. And then Roman Reigns said some things in the promo that look like he's lashing out towards people, saying like, "Sorry, Detroit, that's not going to happen." And with all due respect, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker retired you. I'm going to be the man that retires him. And I'm thinking, oh god, they're really doing this. Like, they're not turning him heel, they're making him a cocky underdog. I knew it. Like, Ryan Delbert called it. I freaking knew it. Like, they're going to do it. They're really going to do this. They're not going to turn him heel because if we really were going to make this personal and make this feud really work and make Roman Reigns a heel, because the fans might be a little bit more smarter than the creative team on Raw right now, I would have booked Reigns to just say, with all due respect, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker broke your back, retired you at WrestleMania. Oh, and let's not forget how you and him are buddy-buddy in real life. And then proceeds to spear him. Yeah, I would have done that. I'm like, I wouldn't have said the same sentence, but like, I probably would have said, with all due respect, Shawn Michaels, I know you and Undertaker are best friends in the real world outside this company and outside this ring, but I want you to give him a message for me. Tell him I'm going to retire him with 2 moves. And just to aggravate the fans, since they like to say, oh, he doesn't have any wrestling moves, he only has 2 moves. Superman Punch and Spear. And then he proceeds to Superman Punch Shawn Michaels and then spears him. And I'm like, okay, that should have what happened. That should have what happened. That should have happened because it would make so much sense because HBK and Undertaker are friends and Undertaker respects Shawn Michaels in the storylines. And Roman Reigns attacking Shawn Michaels would have been the perfect way to vent out his frustration to go after the Undertaker. But no, they did the safe route. They just made Reigns cocky and arrogant, albeit still the face. Unlike, granted, he says he's going to retire the Undertaker. That's a given, but they could bring in some real life elements into this and really go forward with this feud to make it more personal. But no, they're just playing the safe route. That's what disappoints me about this feud, because they can take that risk, but this isn't SmackDown or NXT. They'll just play it safe because Raw is right now in a disaster mode. Like, they're steadily improving, but they're not taking chances. They're thinking like, oh, we can still play it safe, unlike SmackDown. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's play it safe, try and improve our quality matches, and then don't do anything afterwards. Like when they teased it, like Undertaker, like after Undertaker did the gong and Roman Reigns Superman punched Jinder Mahal, I was expecting like, oh, is he gonna spear somebody in frustration? And then when Shawn Michaels came out, I was starting to get a little excited, like, ooh, is Shawn Michaels gonna get speared and they're gonna finally turn him heel? But I was pissed off when they kept it safe. And then I saw Bring It to the Table. I might talk about that series later down the road. And they say, well, you see, people pay to see Roman Reigns get beat up. And I'm like thinking, that's not always a good thing. Like, fans were chanting "Fire Roman" when Stephanie McMahon gave the ultimatum to tell Mick Foley to fire somebody. They were chanting "Fire Roman," like, oh yeah, fire a guy who has a wife and a daughter, and they have a financial future thanks to Roman Reigns' career. Oh yeah, let's fire him for that. How dare you act common sense and whatnot? And he's not as well off as John Cena is. Did I mention he wants to be a part-timer now? Yeah, John Cena wants to be a part-timer. He's been demanding that for some reason because Goldberg and Lesnar, while they're not paid as much as him, they work limited dates. Well, he's getting that wish soon because WWE's Vince McMahon will bend over backwards for him since John Cena likes to suck up to him, but that's a completely different topic. So, where does this feud go? Like, it seems they're playing safe, and then all I know is on the final Raw of before WrestleMania, Undertaker shows up. So they might do something with that, but ultimately, I want to see Roman Reigns go to the dark side. Like, if he beats the Undertaker, which has been said to be the plan, it's going to be a disaster. He's going to reach this point where he can't get over even if he turns heel. So they have to make that leap. They have to turn into the dark side instead of being this cocky underdog. And they can't do the shade of gray like they did with AJ Styles and the club. They have to turn Reigns to the dark side. That's the only way this is going to work. Like, if they try to turn Undertaker heel, that's going to piss fans even more off because no one can envision the Undertaker as a heel anymore. He's just too nostalgic and popular. And plus, he doesn't stay all that long. He's only around for a couple of days, every couple of weeks, and then leaves after one match. Like, granted, he started doing a little bit more matches in the last few years, but it's still the same cycle. It's make up an appearance, show up, cut a promo, walk away, and then probably do a match. So, I'm curious as to know what this build-up is leading to, but ultimately, I'm concerned that if they don't turn Roman Reigns heel, he's going to reach a point that, well, it's not going to work out so well. Let's just say this. This might be the closest match result. If Roman Reigns wins, that will be the second known biggest time. I'm pretty certain fans are going to throw garbage into the ring because Roman Reigns is the hate that people have for Roman Reigns is big. And if they have him beat The Undertaker, I'm pretty sure we're going to get the same kind of reaction we got when Hulk Hogan joined the NWO. People are going to literally throw garbage in the ring. I would not be surprised by that. Like, I'll be surprised if WWE doesn't throw all these people out, but, like, at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. But, and also, yeah, like, that's how bad it could go. That's just pessimistic, cynical talk from me if fans really were to do that. But, yeah, Roman Reigns is now at this point where if he doesn't go in the heel path, he can't ever work in the WWE well with fans ever again. Or WWE's going to have to be really creative in how to turn Reigns to the dark side afterwards. Well, everyone, this was Nia Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.